done here in Zambia, in Lusaka and on the Copper Belt, and also Fresh Picket also does a huge range of tomato processing. I thank you.
I honor the Vice President adjournment.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that the House do now adjourn.
The question is that the House do now adjourn. Any debate, any objection? The motion is agreed to. Is now adjourned.
It's been a long day, a day that started at 14:30 hours with the, of course, not to forget that we had committee sittings that were aired. Maybe a look at from the time has commenced in the House.
Yes, Muta, a long day but very important because today the House adjourned sometime in December. Of the House, when business from the 14:30, we did see 3 new members giving oath of allegiance, and we had the Pambashe Member of Parliament, Mr. Justin Kapema, Petauke Member of Parliament, Mr. Simon Banda, getting Kawambwa Member of Musonda, who gave oath of allegiance here in the House at the National Assembly of Zambia.
And then after that, there were 3 announcements. These announcements basically were 2 of them, of course, just welcoming some guests who were in the galleries. These are from the Tobacco Control Consortium in Lusaka and guests from Petauka Central Constituency. They were in the chamber here, and indeed, Madam First Deputy Speaker did welcome them. And then there's the 3rd announcement that was on the rights and children chiefs affairs. So here Mr. Nathan to replace Mr. Nixon Chilangwa, and then we also had another change in another committee. This is National Economy, Trade and Labor Matters, where Honorable Simon Banda replaces Honorable Chitotela, and then the last committee, and that is the Committee on Youth, Sport and Child Matters, Mr. Justin Kapema to replace Mr. J.E. Banda. So those were the changes that were made to the 3 committees.
After those 3 announcements that were made by the First Deputy Speaker, there was an address by Madam Speaker, and in her address she raised quite a number of issues, and one of the issues that were raised was the observation that Madam Speaker made in the previous meeting, issue to do with punctuality and misconduct from some members, and also the visibility of constituency development funds, and urged members of Parliament to showcase some of the projects that are taking shape in various constituencies dotted across the country, and also make use of Parliament television and Parliament radio, and indeed not forgetting the social platforms that we have. These are YouTube, and indeed not forgetting the Facebook page of the National Assembly of Zambia. And one thing that she emphasized was the issue to utilize constituency development funds houses in, that are being constructed northwestern.
Indeed, so that was information that was in the communication from the Speaker. And then after that, there was indication of a business that the House is expected to consider between 11th February to 21st February 2025. And this is usually given and always given by the leader of government business in the House, Her Honor the Vice President. So she did indicate business that is expected to take place during this particular period.
There were some questions for oral answer. We had a total number of 16 questions for oral answer, understanding order 80, and some of the questions that were tackled on the floor of the House. One of them came from Mr. Kapianga, who is in Pika, Member of Parliament. This was question 169. The member posed a question to the Minister of Health. I wanted to find out whether government has any plans to upgrade Impika Urban Clinic in Impika District to Level 1 Hospital. And according to the Minister's response, he did say that government has plans to upgrade this facility. If so, when the plans will be implemented. And the Minister said once funds permit, this facility will be upgraded. And what the estimated cost of the project is, and they said that it's only going to be known once this project is approved, and it will take a phased approach, and D fell off because of the responses that were given in B and C.
Okay, so I mean that is just some of the business that took place on the floor of the House, and Parliament TV, being a station that is dedicated to bringing Parliament closer to you, we will rebroadcast the business that was considered on the floor of the House, just to give you, our dear valued viewers, opportunity to see what took place on the floor of the House, follow what took place on the floor of the House, and be in tune so that when business starts tomorrow, you will have known what transpired on the floor of the House. Remember, the station is dedicated to bringing Parliament closer to you. And Paulson, just to mention that, yes, we also have committees sitting.
Yes, we do have committee sittings. Like tomorrow, expect the Local Government Accounts Committee to continue receiving submissions. They continue looking at the 2023 Auditor General's report, and very interesting issues that have been raised. And we know that the Local Government Accounts Committee will engage all the 116 local authorities dotted across the country. So that's one of the committees that we are televising on Parliament Radio. So tomorrow it's on at 09:30 until 13 hours, and remember at 14:30 to cross over to the chamber for the live parliamentary debates. Mata, it's been wonderful being here with you this afternoon part of the evening.
Yes, it's also been really, really wonderful to be with you here, doing what we do best, and of course that is just to disseminate information to our esteemed viewers. Just to mention here that indeed we really, really do appreciate your viewership, and we hope that indeed in our programming you do learn one or two things about Parliament and enjoy the proceedings as we bring them to you live from here in Lusaka. And we'll call it a day.
Yes, from us, we're saying thank you so much for your time. But remember, like my colleague mentioned, we'll have a rebroadcast of today's business. Keep watching Parliament Television until 22 hours. God bless and stay safe.